Aquarius, welcome to your reading. Today we're doing a love reading between you and your person. We're going to start with the energy of the connection, and then we're going to jump into your energy on the left and your person's on the right. So the first card out is Not For You with the fortune cookie and the number 6. Next card out is Imagine with the number 20. And the next card out is Truth Be Told. So for the connection, what I'm getting here, Aquarius, is that you're entering a fairly new relationship, or you're starting to date someone or getting to know somebody new. At the bottom, we have new life. Okay, so somebody is excited, whether this is you or the person that you're getting to know. But there's a sense of newness, and there's a sense of not knowing how the other person truly feels. So there's also some holding back that's happening when it comes to expressing emotion. So somebody here feels a little bit uncertain and is somewhat in their head or somewhat trying to gauge or guess what the other person has been feeling or thinking. We'll get more in a minute, but it's kind of what it's coming through for the connection here. There's uncertainty between you and this person. Okay, so we get protection, finding, compassion, and answers. Okay, so whether this is you or your person, maybe it's both of you. I'm not getting anything decisive here. It could be both of you feeling this way. It seems like you're both questioning what your place is in this relationship. You're both being a bit protective with your feelings. You're both hesitant to jump right into anything. And I do see that both of you are trying to visualize and project what would happen in the next 6 weeks or so, let's say. Are you still going to be in the picture with this person? Is this person still going to be contacting you? Are you guys still going to be going to see each other? There's these questions that somebody's keeping very close to their chest. And it seems to me like you're both keeping this kind of worry or wonder inside your chest. You don't want to spook the other person. You don't want to go too fast. You don't want to be too demanding of their time. And all of this is vice versa. So you guys are, I think, both very uncertain about how the other person feels. Okay, but at the bottom we have happiness, and brings my attention back to the butterfly. When you're together with this person, you make each other happy. Okay, you guys really feel good together. So there's a sense of happiness, which makes this scary. Honestly, the happiness, like the way that this person makes you feel, or the way that you make this person feel, makes them really scared because they don't want to mess up. It's like, or you don't want to mess this up. It's like there's a lot of pressure to perform because this is a fairly new connection, and you guys don't know everything about each other. It feels very early days. So that's why both of you are treading very carefully, very lightly with one another. But I do sense there's a butterfly on like 3 or 4 of your cards. Then I see lots of birds, lots of bird energy. So I feel that both of you are in your heads, Aquarius. This is somebody who's very much mirroring you in multiple ways. You're both, like, if you're feeling uncertain and wondering how they feel about you, or if they're really into you the way you are into them, they're sitting in their room, in their bed right now thinking the same thing about you. They're literally like, I don't know if Aquarius is really that into me. Like, I'm so into Aquarius, but I don't want to say that because I don't want to come off too strong. Like, I don't want to spook Aquarius. So I really want to dive into how you're feeling and how they're feeling in more detail, because so far both of you are holding back so much that I don't even really feel super certain about how much you guys like each other. But I do see that you're both holding back and that you make each other happy, and that there's a sense here of movement and momentum building up towards a commitment. If you're being honest, or if they're being honest, I think if each of you are honest with each other, what you're working towards is potentially a commitment. But I do see this held back, protective energy still kind of taking the center stage between the both of you. Oh my. We're going to put these back. That's too many. But at the bottom we had manifestation, moderation, and divination. So something is brewing in the background. Something kind of esoteric is happening behind the scenes. That's what I got from that. But I'm going to reshuffle. Okay. First card out is Lost and Found. Black cat energy. Somebody has black cat energy in this connection. Maybe both of you, who knows? Magical gateway. So this one's talking about courage, having the courage to try entering the unknown with someone is being highlighted here. Having to trust each other is a very difficult thing in this connection. But if you don't take that step, if you don't go through that new doorway, even though you don't know what to expect, you don't know how long it'll last. If you give this person your heart, you don't know how well they're going to treat you, and vice versa. They don't know that either. But you'll never know if you don't take that risk. Okay, so I feel here that at some point the cat will want to get pet. Oh my God, pet that kitty. Yes. So anyways, we're moving on from that, Aquarius. But I feel that, at some point the walls have to come down, the defenses have to come down. And I see you guys struggling with this very much. Somebody definitely wants to pet the kitty. And so I don't know. I don't know who's going to give in first. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm curious. This one jumped out again. Divination. It says, embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. So your manifestation abilities are extremely strong right now. Your thoughts can become reality very quickly. So if you want things to work out with this person, it is important for you to maintain positive thoughts about this connection and not necessarily push away doubts and insecurities, but just don't give them energy. You can acknowledge that they're there, but you don't have to give them any more energy than that. Okay. And then the last card out here, you're dealing with a person who is quite deep, emotionally deep. This is somebody who gives themselves completely, fully, and is extremely loyal, but this is also somebody who protects themselves in how they express their emotions. They don't like to show their cards because this person has been hurt before. This person also knows that it's a risk to express the way that they feel about you, and especially if they do it too soon. But they're having trouble. They're really having trouble holding this back. Like, if you look, they're trying really hard not to open up their heart to you, and they're failing. Okay? So if they're honest with themselves, they already want a commitment with you. They just haven't said that. And they may not say it anytime soon because they don't want to say it. It's like they feel that by not saying it, by holding it in, they're more protected in case you reject them or walk away, or in case things don't work out. So there's some sense here of this person being very hesitant to express the way they truly feel about you or how important you've become in these past few weeks. At the bottom, we had find balance. They're trying to reprioritize something in their life. This is somebody who may have trouble prioritizing different things in their life, different pillars of their life. They may have very little work-life balance. They may feel the need to create space. They may need to recharge when they're alone because they may be an introvert. This is possibly somebody who feels drained when they're around people for too long. But something about you is tempting them to change some aspect of their life. Okay, there's the butterflies again. There's something about you that is coming up as like whimsical, alluring. Okay, they're being tempted to kind of come out of their little hiding hole. And they're starting to feel safe. Okay, they're starting to feel safe about doing that with you. They're starting to feel like, okay, maybe Aquarius isn't so bad to be around. Aquarius doesn't drain me when we hang out. Aquarius is different. I do feel happy when I'm with Aquarius. Like, I can see myself maybe spending more time with Aquarius, and that would be okay. All right. So there's some form here of this person understanding that you're coming to the table with something that really lights them up and makes them very happy. And they're realizing that and wanting to avoid doing anything that could cause you to go away. Okay, so right now they're probably having a really difficult time struggling with balancing their work-life balance. That's what keeps coming out. Their work-life balance is really bad right now. They understand that this is a fairly new connection, and there's something about this connection that scares this person. It makes them feel like they could lose you. Like, it's almost like they know that they need to change something in order for this to work long term. And that's scary to them. So I don't know what that something is. We'll see if we can find out more. So they get joy with the dragonfly. The trickster. But it came out in reverse. I'm getting the sense that this person sees you as a little bit too good to be true. So they're really they're wanting time to observe you. This sounds so familiar, like I've said it before, but they want more time to observe. Oop, there we go. That fell out super weird, but I'll take it. So the trickster came out. This is a person who is very lighthearted, joyful, very down to earth. They're happy. They're simple. They get happy with the simple things in life, and they're observing you, and your life is very different than their life, and you seem too good to be true in some aspect of your life. Like, something about you seems almost like magical, whimsical. Like, you got the fairy spotting card. So they're like, huh, is that real? Like, could that really be truly the way that Aquarius is? So they see you as a mystery, Aquarius. They see you like it's almost like you give them all these positive vibes, but it feels too good to be true to them. So they're wanting more time, like a bigger sample size of interactions with you before they can really trust you. And so they really enjoy your energy. Like, they feel like your energy is magical and spectacular. So they're very happy when they're around you. They can tell that you are somebody that brings out their desire to be like caring, nurturing, and protective. Or this could mean that they see you as a protective and nurturing person. Maybe you have children, or maybe they've seen you interacting with friends or with elderly people, but there's some sense here of protective energy, either you being viewed by this person that way, or them wanting to be protective of you because of the type of energy that you're bringing to the table. All right. And then the last two cards we get here are grow and family. And at the bottom we have provide. All right. So I think what this person is trying to assess at this time, it seems pretty clearly here by these cards that they're trying to see if there's any possibility of this growing into like a long-term committed situation. Could they see themselves building a family with you? Could they see themselves providing for you, or vice versa? Like, would it work between you and this person? They're trying to build up their trust and belief in this situation. This card fell as well. So trust with the horse. All right. Maybe this person hasn't even, like, this seems like such a new situation, yet this is what's going through their mind. Like, this person hasn't even said to you, Aquarius, let's be in a committed connection, for example. And yet they're sitting back observing you, trying to make up their mind if they could see themselves building a family with you. And here you are probably like, does this person like me or not? Like, do they even want to be boyfriend, girlfriend? Are we going to go to the next step? So they're afraid to believe that you're as good as you're coming across for whatever the reason. And they're so caught up in like trying to understand you, trying to unmask anything that might be hiding. And so they're holding back quite a bit. Let's get some additional cards about how they feel. How do they truly feel about Aquarius? Okay, I hid who I really am from you. Interesting. And these came out all wacky, but they're also from the Dark Confessions deck. So things that are left unsaid, basically. Things that this person would never admit to you. All right, so these are inner thoughts. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. You have become too difficult for me to handle, and no one else makes me feel the way you do, but I'll take it to the grave. Okay, so to me, all of these are inner thoughts because of the way that they came out, and because They're from the Dark Confessions deck for the most part. This person gives me the sense of somebody who feels like they've put you on this pedestal and they feel like they're nowhere near your level. Okay, see, that was the other card that came out with new life. The person's on the pedestal. So I get the sense you're dealing with somebody who sees you as so like incredible and perfect and like this and that. They've built you up so high that now they feel you're unattainable or unreachable, and that there's no way that they could meet your standards, even though the standards that they've defined for you must be coming from their own head because they don't even know you that well. So they're assuming that they know what your standards must be and that they don't match those standards. And so they're holding back their feelings, trying not to get hurt because they feel like they want to entertain this further, but they don't know how to, or they don't know if they're going to be able to hold up their side because they feel like they have to be a different version of themselves in front of you, like be on their best behavior the entire time. They don't feel worthy of you just yet. There's some aspect of their life that they're just ashamed of, or like not wanting you to come around. So yeah, you might be dealing with somebody who met you and feels that they met you before they're ready. They feel like this can be quite overwhelming for them to be around you or to date you or to spend long periods of time with you. Let's see what else we get here. Okay, we have rocky. It's been a rough road. Okay, so yeah, I do sense both of you have been questioning, like, is this for me? Is this the right relationship for me? Is this person going to stick around? You make each other very happy. You're very excited when this person texts you, and likewise when you text them, they get very happy and excited. So you're both wanting to keep moving things forward, but it's been bumpy. It's been because there's so much protective energy, because both of you are trying to protect yourselves. It makes the progress just very, very slow and very difficult because you're both every step questioning the other person, looking around, looking back, looking sideways. So it's just made things very rocky. It's been a rough road, okay, so far. How does this person truly feel about Aquarius? Okay, so for those of you who are dealing with somebody who feels that you met them earlier than they were ready, they are working on themselves. Okay, so whatever that part of them that they're ashamed of or that they hid from you, they're working on it. They're investing time into it. Okay, and then we get, I'm on my way to you, and I remember every detail of that day. All right, so some of you may be dealing with a person who pulled away, who started out kind of strong and then pulled away because they got scared, because they got a little bit insecure. They got scared that, if they kept getting too close to you, they would end up hurt. So I'm getting that kind of sense here, like a dynamic where there's been a push and pull, a back and forth. How do they feel? How do I feel? And then in response, the other person also pulls back because they're feeling a little bit neglected or a little bit unsure. So there's definitely been instability. And for some of you, even when it comes to like reaching out to each other, it's difficult. Like the communication styles or the cadence of a communication may be very different for both of you, or you're both trying to hold back from what you really want to say or from how frequently you really want to talk to each other. This one fell on the ground. I regret lying to you. When the cards fall on the ground for me, that means somebody's trying to hide something. Or like before when they came out like this, that also means that it's something the person doesn't quite fully feel like sharing, okay, or they've been hiding it. So I regret lying to you. There's something here that your person hid from you. There's some aspect of their life that they're not telling you about, that they clearly feel somewhat ashamed of, or that they rather you not know at all. All right, we'll see if anything comes out, but let's see. What else does Aquarius need to know before we close the reading? Okay, all right, let's see what came out for you. Okay, what they're hiding. There's some type of family drama that they don't want you to know about. They may be just hiding you from their friends or hiding you from their family in general. They may be ashamed of introducing you to their friends or family members because they feel like you wouldn't fit in or like you come from a completely different world. or like you're going to judge them, or you're going to somehow be disappointed when you meet them. This person also is very focused on their finances. They're trying to build up wealth at this time. They're trying to build up, I heard, a stack of savings. Then we have heartache over what you no longer have. Success. So this person may have lost a lot financially in the past, and they may be in the process of rebuilding. So I did say that for some of you, I get the sense that this person met you and immediately was like, oh my God, I'm not ready yet. Oh my God, this is perfect. This is the perfect person for me. I could see myself building a future with this person, but I'm so ashamed of where I'm at right now because I'm not ready yet. Like, so for some of you, this person is rebuilding their financial position, their financial well-being. They're reestablishing themselves, and they may have had a big loss in the past. The path with money is waiting for you to find it. So they are on their way to rebuilding already. They may already be pretty much back on their feet, but either compared to you or like they're just nowhere near where they want to be when they meet their future person. All right, so they're just not feeling ready. Okay, you will receive a gift. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Okay, so this is somebody who may just feel like they need more time to get ready for something. For some of you, maybe there's like a birthday coming up or there's some kind of anniversary or something and they're saving up to buy you something. This is somebody who's really hardworking and who's had to deal with a lot of difficulty, a lot of obstacles to get to where they are. So they're being quite hard on themselves because they started from a very low place and they've already rebuilt themselves like to 70%. And then you came in the picture and they want to be at 100. So they're ashamed, but they're well on their way to getting themselves back to where they would want to be, to where they would feel good. All right. They may have already talked about you with some of their friends or with a close family member or relative. They may be like starting to socialize who you are, ask questions about how to handle certain things with you in this connection. They're really afraid of messing something up. They're really afraid of getting something wrong. So this person's trying to be quite strategic towards you, Aquarius. They're hoping for a positive outcome. And then we get the archway, which represents new opportunities and possibilities opening up. So this person is asking for advice from friends or from a close family member or relative about how they can make sure that they keep the door open with you while they get whatever this is together in the background. So they're preparing something that they feel they need to do before they can come together with you, which is why maybe they're holding back or holding off on this commitment. But at the same time, I don't see them shying away from it. I just see them trying to postpone that conversation. I keep hearing, I need more time, I need more time. Okay, shrewdness and resourcefulness with the fox here. This may be an entrepreneur, somebody who's trying to build a business or rebuild a business that may have had a difficult year or a few difficult years. Maybe they're taking over their family business or something like that. And here we have the owl, good advice from a wise person. So they are seeking guidance and counsel and advice with regards to this relationship with you. And May may be a very significant month. So come May, this person may be considering like, hey, if we're still together by then it will be perfect. Then I'll feel more comfortable making my next moves towards Aquarius. So I don't know how long you guys have been talking or seeing each other, but May be a very important month, or that may be a milestone about whatever this thing is that they've been working on. Let's get your advice, Aquarius. What is the advice or future outlook of this connection? We get deception, and it kind of came out in reverse. So this tells me that somebody is going to let down their guard. Somebody's going to take off their mask. So whatever's been hidden from you, whatever they've been holding back, you're going to find out about it, Aquarius. For some of you, this person has just been holding back their true feelings for you. They've been holding back expressing their emotions, and they're about to actually like let you see a little bit more of their romantic side. At the bottom, we have worth waiting for. So this person's going to make you go in baby steps if you want them to trust you and open up. I think you're going to have to wait till May and be very, very patient, Aquarius. They do want to still flirt with you and keep you engaged. They want to keep speaking with you, connecting with you, but they're really trying to maintain the depth of the connection at a surface level. until May for whatever the reason. They don't feel ready yet for the commitment for whatever the reason. Children may be a factor, travel may be a factor, and family issues may be a factor, or issues with a past ex. Okay, so this person needs to release worries about a few things in order for them to come together with you. So they could be worried. Like I said, it's like they're doing this full-on assessment of whether or not you guys could have a long-term, like, life journey together. And they haven't even told you if they want to be your boyfriend, girlfriend. It's like they're making their marriage assessment before they've even committed to just like going beyond casual dating, right? So maybe this person only wants to date people seriously if they think that they have the potential to be their husband or wife or significant partner, life partner. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. Feel free to drop your comments, Aquarius, because I find this kind of a little bit odd, but that's kind of the energy I'm picking up here, like that this person's seriously considering whether or not you guys could build a family together. And to them, there's certain deal breakers or things that they're thinking through that they can't quite wrap their head around and that they need more information about. And so I think by May, they're going to have those answers. And whatever this is that they've been hiding some aspect of their life from you, which I couldn't even pick up on in this reading, could have to do with the family member or like with their friends or friend group. But there's something that they haven't divulged to you yet because they're being protective. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have to do a bonus reading for you guys to dive deeper, but I couldn't get to it in this one. So something that they're holding back or not telling you the truth about here. All right. Feel free to drop your comments. Let me know if you have a clue about what it could be, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.